Hey there, internet drifters. It's Izanami-kun playing Satisfactory again. I'm thinking this might be the last Satisfactory video that I make, primarily because there's so much to do in this game, and I really feel like you should try to do it mostly without knowing what to do. I mean, I've gone through all the basics. There's not a whole lot that you need to know in order to play. And as it stands, you didn't even really need to know any of the stuff that I had to provide. But I think maybe a little bit of knowledge. A little bit of knowledge really helps out. Also, please forgive my throat. I'm having some difficulties. So, you know, stuff and things. Okay, the first thing we're going to do with this video is you see how there's the limestone place, there's all my factory stuff, right? So hopefully from this you can get an idea of where I am at. So we're going to go this way, and I've built a little bridge right here that bridges this really scary divide here. See, it just drops off into nothing. That's nice. And when we get to these two big cracked bouldery things, you'll see there's Catarium ore under there. So in your own games, if you want to choose this area, this is a great place. There's a beastie up there, but that's not gonna bother me because he's nowhere near me. He can't get to me. Hey, stupid! I'm over here. Anyway. So yeah. Catarium ore is actually pretty easy to find here, and with this little bridgey thing here, it's actually really conveniently placed next to all the iron and stuff that we're already working with. So that might be a fun little tip to use in your own game. Now, one of the biggest things that I was doing this for this last video, otherwise I would have just moved on to a new video, a new thing. You see that there's this waterfall-y place, and there's a little foresty area over there. We're gonna go over there, and I want to see, there was this place in my personal game before like 3 of the updates where it seemed like the berry plants, like these berry plants, they were just falling from the sky. And I want to see if they've cleaned that up or if that is still a thing. Because if it's still a thing, it was fucking hilarious. Like, seriously. It was just ridiculous. But I need to get more limestone because it is a long way to get there. Over crazy, scary cliff areas. Okay, now we're here. And you can see how long that bridge had to be over the great nothingness. And just in case you wondered, yes, I have tried to parachute down there just in case there was land. There is not. I guarantee that. Unless they changed the map in a fundamental way, I know for a fact. I have definitely killed myself trying to find out. But it's nighttime, and I don't like doing things during the nighttime that have to do with exploring because it gets scary. Because I'm not very good at seeing if it's an enemy or whatnot. So we're gonna wait here until it's daytime. Yay for daytime! Now we're trying to get somewhere up there. I'm not entirely sure where exactly, But I know it's not up there, because that way is the angry death stuff. And by angry death stuff, I mean toxic poison radiation stuff. Which at the time, I didn't realize that's what it was, because it didn't really say it the same way as it does now. Well, so far here I am. And by now I should have started seeing those things in the sky, and I don't, so I guess they fixed it. Ah. Yep. That's the radiation over there. Somewhere. Well, I would have liked to have shown you the plants in the sky, but apparently they found it and fixed it. That's okay. It was pretty long ago that it was like that, and I'm actually really glad that they fixed it, because it was kind of a WTF situation. But hey, if nothing else, I've shown you a new area to explore that maybe you didn't think about because it was across this gigantic chasm of waterfalls. Or maybe you did for exactly that same reason. I'm not sure. I remember when I decided to build a wall across, I was like, ooh, I wonder what's over here above the waterfalls, and I just started building out this way, and then I saw land over here, and I was like, ooh, there's land. And that's kind of what happened. So I assume I'm not alone in that feeling. Oh, I really hate building out over this, though. It's scary. I could fall to my death at any point. I don't like it. Also, if you can get down to this far in the Catarium tree, these Blade Runners are fucking amazing. You run faster, you jump farther, and it makes the game all around way more fun, because distances are a little shorter because you can run faster, and you walk faster, and you jump farther, and it's just really fun. And you also end up looking kind of like you're on these blue metal stilts, which is kind of cool. So by the way, if you want to get rid of these eyesores here and put an actual miner on top, you will have to research the sulfur line and I believe make the, I don't know, there's some kind of explosive-y thing, and they come with, like, you have to make the detonator and the explosive. And then you can explode these and have full access to the mining node thingy. Otherwise, these little ones do just fine for me. But I mean, as you progress into the game, you're gonna need Catarium more, so that sulfur thing becomes a bigger deal. So one thing I forgot about, you can actually edit the two colors. That would make things a lot more easier, so you don't have to just settle for the color palette that they started with. So let's select that as a color and go up on the tower. And remember how I like the idea of roads. Well, that's not different enough. There we are. It's sort of like a regular road now. I can paint from pretty far away. How far away does it go? It gets harder to aim. Oh, that's the limit. Oh no, one more. You can do it. Haha. That's the limit. I can't paint out any farther than that. That's okay. That was quite a ways, wasn't it? Yeah. So anyway, that's the color thing. You can have roads, clearly marked roads. Oh, and also whenever you edit this, it apparently changes things. You don't have to repaint it. Anything that was painted with that color is now those colors. Which that kind of means these are all the amount of colors that you can have, but they're not the colors you have to use. So, you know, good and bad there, I guess. Okay, now that I have... Well, I thought I left that too wide. I'll fix it eventually. Anyway, so now that I have these. I have not put them on. They go on the body. I'm going to do a running test for you for a little bit to show you the difference between having it and not having it. So here's running without it. And a jump. And here I am. Now here I go running with it. And jump. And I didn't even have, after I jumped, I didn't even have my hand on the keyboard at all. And that's a pretty decent distance. And it just makes the game just a little bit more fun. A little bit more unpredictable too, because, you know, it takes you a while to get used to jumping this far. Trust me, it will cause some difficulties. Ah, fuck. I didn't realize. Where'd it go? I hate it when they just disappear. Seriously though, where did it go? No. There's the doggo. I hear something growling. Oh, that was close. Now, was that the thing that was growling over here? Because there's some good stuff over here. Alright, grab the slug. There's a little bit of crystally stuff over there. More doggies. Ah. Ah. There we go. That must have been what was chasing me when I died and I had to get back to my body. Last video. Well, it's good we got that taken care of. Really tying up some loose ends, eh? Aha. Jumping always does the trick. The biggest thing you gotta worry about once you get these leg things is falling damage. It is really easy to forget that you can't handle the same distance that you could before, or that, you know, your distance, your fall distance isn't infinite. Even with these, I wish it was, but it's not. And then end up with some pretty bad fall damage. So keep that in mind. Be aware of that. Alright, well, that is going to cover this series. I may come back to do another video of Satisfactory later on down the road, especially if they come out with another update, which they probably will. But until then, I just recommend getting the game and playing it for yourself. It is a really cool game. It is very beautiful. Even if you don't really like the gameplay, just exploring. Like, I don't know. This game has two different facets, you know. There's the factory building, organizational facet that, you know, that's what drew me to it because I really like Factorio. But then there's also the exploration and learning about the planet, and one of these days there will be a story that makes use of the SAM ore and I think they're called WIPs. I don't know. They're these little things. I think I showed it to you in one of the videos. There's just these little like story crystals that don't have any meaning right now, but they will, and you feel compelled to collect them. So yeah. No matter which one tickles your fancy, the other one is worth doing the progress to do. So I highly recommend the game. Like if you liked the series, whether it was just this video or not. Subscribe if you haven't already. Check me out on Patreon. Check out my website, izanamikun.com. And I'll see you guys again when you drift into the next video.